laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Funpiecepodcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. I am your nasty boy host, Matt.
And I'm your squeaky clean, never sinned, never done wrong. Good, sweet, tender, loving boy, Mike.
And here we also have
The sexual,
the deviant,
the engorged,
Sebastian.
Sebastian the librarian.
Last week I was a
always-
barnacle scraped from the bottom of the boat.
And
I
now
wasn't ready.
That's why you're engorged.
I wasn't ready to be sexualized.
Well,
You ever really look at a barnacle? Just saying.
I mean, to be fair, we tend to sexualize the wrong things on this podcast.
That's other people's opinions, and they're wrong.
It's true.
I think we sexualize the right things.
Yeah. This is a Silver Fox Foxy Pro.
You said it first.
podcast.
Every time somebody else brings them up and I don't, I win, and I can talk about them as much as I want.
Every time someone brings up Silver Fox Foxy and it's not Mike, a sexual pervert from Foxy's Dungeon gets released onto the ship.
It gets its wings. By which they throw them overboard. They keel haul them.
Robin gets her arm wings for another second. Hey everybody, Mike and I are watching One Piece for the very first time, and it's taking a really long time.
It's taken a while.
We're currently in like the latter half of Thriller Bark.
If we were going at Alabasta pace, we would be done with Thriller Bark a while ago.
Yeah,
but
we'd be on
we
to
realize
like
that that's
Bingo
not.
Island full of
It's not.
whatever.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
That's a lot. If we didn't take notes, maybe. But
It'd be hard to do this without notes.
yeah.
It'd be really
Yeah, it
hard to do
would.
this podcast without notes. I've tried to do.
How many other people do you think have watched One Piece and taken notes?
I mean, probably a few other podcasts, I'd imagine. And then I don't know, maybe
I bet
some.
those cowards don't watch all the filler though.
Probably not. They're probably like, eh. I was like,
It doesn't really count. It's not really, in the manga, so it's not legal. It's like, okay, whatever.
it's not legal.
It's not legal. Guess who's missing out on Don Achino? You straw man One Piece podcasts out there.
J'accuse. You said his name wrong, Michael. His name is not Don Achino. Say his real Christian name.
I got a cease and desist from Dunkin' Donuts.
No! Oh no!
No, I don't. I didn't. Our Lord Father Dunkachino.
Dunkachino.
I can't wait for Sebastian. When does Dunkachino come back?
Wait, he's only in the filler, so I would not know.
It's not filler. It's all canon.
Big.
You're just missing.
big-
You just miss stuff. Is the problem when you read it?
Truly, yeah. You don't get it all in on big cheek, smooth skin Dunkachino.
What is
Soft
this
tongue,
character's actual
long-
name? I'm gonna just Google Dunkachino.
His
One Piece.
his name that they say it is, or like whatever some people mispronounce is Don Achino, but that's not his real name. His true.
If you
legal
Google
given
Dunkachino One Piece, it comes up.
Is it because of me tweeting about it? Or making
no, it's just
TikToks
a
on Instagram about it.
One Piece wiki. He's a big man. He's a
big old man. He's the shape of a Dunkachino.
I was gonna say he's the shape of a lemon.
Friend shaped. Hey, fit check.
Fit check. I've got a hat on and a cool flannel I got. Check it out. It's like
Oh,
it's like
that's nice. It's like a patchwork
it's
flannel.
like patchwork flannel, but it's like half and half. It's kind of fun. I like it. It's a good time.
Yeah,
I want another one like
that.
this. You're wearing flannel?
Yeah, I've got a flannel that's like slightly too small for me. It's my Stinky Boy at home flannel that keeps me slightly warmer than I would be if I didn't have it on.
Ooh.
I also have this shirt. It's a picture of Taylor Lautner from the hit
is that shirt?
movie.
What the fuck is that shirt, Michael? What is that? What is that?
It says, Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca?
What is it? It says Bella.
Bella,
Where the hell have you been, Loca?
You been, Loca. And it's Taylor Lautner when he had long hair and he's got a big heart around him from the first Twilight film.
Is this why he just... Did you just set up this whole bit?
I just asked a question. I guess I just said a thing.
All
Sebastian, what are you wearing?
Well, I don't have the webcam, so they can't see me. I'm wearing overalls.
They can't see us either. And nothing else?
Yeah, let's go with nothing else. We can
Oh,
add
man.
that to the
Nice.
That's my
Lord.
headcanon.
Nice. Well,
You see why we sexualize you? That's...
Mike, you should.
Are you saying that I'm asking for it?
All right. This is a One Piece podcast, everyone. Hello.
I'll put my shirt in the merch corner.
Yeah, put it in
part
the
of our Discord.
Yeah, you should join our Discord. The link's in the description. We're having a good time.
If you like One Piece and Twilight, this is the podcast for you.
Yeah, or if you like talk about Dunkin' Donuts' former drink Dunkachino, this is also the podcast for you. Also, if you like just exclaiming "Big Piss," this is your podcast.
I've been doing it more in my my civilian life. I've been just saying "big piss"
Just at work.
Sometimes when going down the stairs. Sometimes sometimes in public. Sometimes, but never at work.
At work would be fun if you're like congratulating someone and you're like "Big Piss."
There might be some people that would be for it and just be like, I deal with enough people under the influence of stuff that I could probably just walk in the room and go "big piss" and they'd be like, "Hell yeah, big piss."
Yeah.
And then try to fight me.
Sebastian, you should try to say "Big Piss" at work yourself.
Sebastian, can you say "big piss"?
I can't let you have this power over me.
Can you just please try to say "big piss" for the podcast?
No, it's okay.
You have to earn it.
No, it's not okay. I don't have to
do it at one of my.
I don't have to put your audio.
I'll do it at
in
my
this.
second job because my teaching gig just started back up today for the semester. So I'll say it on Thursday at my job.
Okay.
Teaching children who might be listening to this podcast.
Sebastian, I don't need you to say I don't Sebastian,
They brought it
I need
up.
you to say it at work. I need you to say it right here, right now.
No, I know. I that's why I'm just not letting you have this power over me to demand.
What if I said please? Please? Please say "big piss"?
Big piss.
We don't have to continue. Oh, broke levels. Fuck.
Yeah. You heard it here, everyone.
Only because you
man.
said please.
Nice.
Yeah, this is why I'm captain of the podcast.
This is what
We're going to be king of the podcasts.
we're gonna be king of the podcasts.
Damn.
I'm gonna be
Somebody else is already using that.
I'm gonna be king of the mic hunt.
I'm.
We talked about actually no, I can't be king of the mic hunt. That is going to be the listener king, because King is going to be the one
Not when I-
who's leading the charge
Not-
on hunting Michael.
Not when I. Oh, now they know my full name.
Michael?
It's a bad joke. I was going to make a joke that said they would be chasing me until I use my super special move, Big Piss. and where I turn around and I pee on everybody who's chasing me, that's going to stop them dead in their tracks.
That's gross.
I don't think that was very funny. Matt, how do you feel about the fact that everybody in your life thinks that you're Leos from Delicious in Dungeon, currently premiering on Netflix every Thursday?
I don't like it at all. I don't. It makes me a little uncomfortable because I'm not that into getting nasty on monsters like that.
Well, he just wants to eat them.
You
eat weird stuff all the time.
Sure, like money. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was watching
Matt?
I was watching the
Matt?
What?
You haven't read the manga, right?
I haven't read the manga. No.
I'm pretty sure. I think next week you're going to be eating your words.
Historian and I, if this is your first episode listening, this is our bit where we don't talk about One Piece for the first 10 minutes.
And we're past 10 minutes now.
Anyway, Historian, who also isn't here, but we'll be back. Historian and I were watching Delicious in Dungeon, the newest episode, and something happened. I don't remember what it was. Leos was being all nasty oyster boy, shellfish boy, cracking open some living armor and like getting all hot and bothered about it. And then I felt uncomfortable about it. And then Historian just like slowly turned to me and was like,
It's not like a horny thing. It's not like horny about it.
It feels like a horny thing. It feels like
he's passionate.
It feels like an accusatory horny thing that you all are like, Matt, if you were in a dungeon setting, you'd be so horny for some little mushrooms with little legs. Like you'll be getting all up in those shellfish.
No,
armor.
it's that when you care about something, you care about it passionately.
Yeah.
You care about it a lot, and you get excited and you want to share that thing, but not in like a bad way. That's what we see. We see the passion in this character.
More passion.
More passion. Hold on, I have to text the historian that you ate money.
Yeah.
They
Sebastian
know.
was
they
there.
Know. Yeah.
I know. We've talked about this on the podcast.
Have we talked about? I didn't retain this information at all.
Yeah. Sebastian and I were with some other folks in New York City one time, and I picked a $5 bill off the ground in New York City, and I put it in my mouth.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Did you swallow?
No.
Matt, so you don't swallow?
Episode 357.
That wasn't even a long-term setup. I just saw the opportunity and took it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sexualize you. I'm trying to give other people the opportunity.
Honk, 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 honk. Hello, everyone. This is an official Buggy Watch. It's been 58 episodes since we last saw our sweet summer child, beautiful, blue-haired, cuddly, chungly, red-nosed, big spoon, but sometimes little spoon, foot massage given, chopped up Caesar salad tossin', Buggy the Clown.
I bet we lost a lot of listeners already.
I don't care.
In this episode.
I don't care if we lose.
Not even from your bit. Mostly from...
We're having fun watching One Piece.
We haven't seen Foxy in a while either. Miss you, babe. Episode 357. More like Arrow botched slash.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt mean. It felt mean, but I couldn't think of anything funny.
Mike, we're getting to One Piece right now. Before we delve into it, also, Sebastian, you can get in on this. How do we feel about these series of episodes? Boy.
Yeah. Wait. I mean, a lot of them are good. There's the weird Sanji one.
I felt deeply uncomfortable during that one. But
I felt like at least he's being honest about it.
I guess he's being honest.
You have to embrace all of Sanji.
I didn't like it at all.
It's like I at least appreciate that Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, was like, I put Master Roshi in, and he likes boobs because I like boobs. And it's like, it's weird, man, but at least you're up front.
Do you think Oda made Sanji as a self-insert character then?
Doesn't the type of character that Sanji is exist to help, like, teenage boys feel a little less awkward about their, I don't know, budding sexuality? They're like, oh, this cool guy is also, like, weird and obsessed with women, so, like, I thought that was, like, just a trope that existed for that purpose. Not to say it's good or anything, but, like, I feel like I had read something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would say that, like, Sanji is an insert of Oda, but there's a lot of characters who are just creep shows. 3 of whom are in this series of episodes.
Wait, who's the other creep show?
Well, I mean, Brooke in his introduction to most female characters asked to see their panties.
Yeah, he doesn't stick with it long enough for it to bother me. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. It's like a bad joke that he won't let go. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whereas Sanji is like physically impeded by by having a woman in his periphery.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not all the time. Usually in the non-manga episodes, he's a lot more contained, which I think is interesting.
Oh, like in the filler ones?
I'm not calling they're non-manga.
Yeah.
They're not filler. They expand on the characters and help round out our lovely family of Straw Hat Pirates. Non-manga. Manga deficient episodes. I don't know. I thought we'll get to it, but Usopp fighting is like the hypest fucking thing in the world. It's so cool.
It's very exciting.
It's just like it's like him and Nami when they fight, it's like when JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is actually good. Which isn't often. Which isn't often.
Anyway,
imagine a world where people didn't over-explain everything. I guess Usopp kind of does that, but it doesn't take as much time.
it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh level of descriptors.
He at least does like 3 things and then says what he did, and not like take a step to the left, and he's like, you see, by taking a step to the left, I've completely altered the wind direction of the room, which has rendered your attack useless. Yeah. You would have caught that if you had
trusted in the heart of the cards.
Trust in the heart of the cards.
Yeah.
Episode 357, more like Aerobotch / MVP is Usopp's chronic depression. Perona is busting out a final attack. She
Oh, sorry. I had another question before we start.
Okay.
Did they?
All right.
Did they?
Hey, you know the podcast you're listening to, folks.
Did they establish that if the shadows go in the sun, that they would die?
No, I don't think so.
Or because they're shadows?
Well, I think because the body is getting a shadow.
Yeah.
It's fine. But I don't know.
Okay. Interesting. I was just curious.
I'm not sure. Sebastian, do you know? Does it come up?
I had a lot of shadow questions these couple episodes because, like,
there's a character who I don't know if they are a shadow or something else.
Okay.
I don't have an answer off the top of my head.
Because I was also
some background Googling.
Because also, like, Luffy's shadow gets put in Oars, and then Oars jumps in the water, and I was just like, is he gonna fucking drown because Luffy's a devil fruit user?
He doesn't have the devil fruit powers, though. But he doesn't know how to swim.
Yeah, that's
because Luffy's had a devil fruit for so long.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Yeah. All right, so episode 357. Perona tries one final big attack. She throws out 4 negative ghosts at once, but Usopp is so negative that they get depressed instead.
The quadruple negative attack negative hollow.
Yeah. Usopp blasts some zombies with salt. He takes out a good chunk of them. but he screws himself over by calling out his own moves. They are like, oh, he's using salt, so they all cover their mouths.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very funny.
I love Usopp. Usopp calls himself the patron saint of pessimism. And he was like, oh, he's like, how? Tremble at my sense of self-esteem. Oh, no, sorry. All the ghosts go, oh, what a terrible sense of self-esteem. It's great. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. It's really good.
Anyway.
Yeah, he takes out a bunch of them. There's some back and forth here. I don't know if I didn't have a ton of like detailed notes on this, but he just salts a lot of zombies.
He salts a lot of zombies, and the other ones are covering their mouths. Then we cut over to Zoro, Frankie, and Sanji running, and Sanji flames up, and he runs ahead.
Oh, that was so funny. They're like running, and he's like, "I'm going to get Nami," and just jumps off a cliff. And Frankie's like, or no, Zoro's like, "Isn't it kind of high for him to jump?"
Yeah, and he was like, "No, it's fine."
Yeah, Frankie's like, "He'll feel it later. It's all good."
Yep. Fucking Brooke and Ryumi are just like getting it. They were just fucking like getting it, and then to the point where Brooke is like steaming from the heat of them, just like fucking going at it. It was awesome.
How does Brooke get tired? I kind of figured Brooke just one of his things was that he doesn't get tired.
He has to have sustenance.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I don't really care how it works.
The creaky bones.
But it was just like, oh, I guess he gets tired and he has to catch his breath and stuff.
Yeah.
He's functionally a person.
Yeah.
But he's a skeleton.
Yeah. Ryumi is then threatening to amputate Brooke, and he's like, what am I going to cut off now?
He launches him pretty good.
We learned that the signature move of Brooke / Ryumi is the 3-verse humming arrow notch slash.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
what was it called before that? Do you remember?
He
Did you
wrote.
write that down?
I don't remember if there was a de in there, but it was like Requiem de la Bandolero or something like that. Is that correct,
But
Sebastian?
they renamed it.
In the manga, it is the 3-pace hum notch slash.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah, they call it like the something humming.
They call it the 3-verse humming
notch.
arrow notch slash.
So it's similar.
Yeah. Anyway, they both kind of walk. They both like holster or like sheath their swords, and then like slowly walk past each other. But then Ryumi just fucking runs the house on Brooke and knocks him down.
Yeah, Brooke is very upset about him using the name of the move, despite having none of the memories and like understanding its purpose. Yeah. And then they do like the very slow walk toward each other, and then Brooke just gets absolutely Shrek'd.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we see like a quick flashback of Brooke and Laboon and all that. And then and then Ryumi's basically threatening to cut off his afro.
It's Ryuma, right?
Ryuma.
Right? Isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's Ryumi.
I feel like they keep saying Ryuma.
You can look it up. I don't know.
I don't know. I wrote Ryuma.
I feel like you write
Sebastian.
badly.
What?
I think it's Ryuma.
Oh, Matt doesn't know his vowels.
Well,
I've always said that about Matt.
Sorry, everybody. I'm just going to continue to call him Brooks Shadow because I don't care. It doesn't matter because he's on a different television show called Monsters, which hasn't come out yet.
Whoa.
So I don't give a fuck. Or maybe it did just come out.
You don't give a fuck about the cool sword boy?
No, because he's
Matt?
going to get fucking
What
killed
happened?
by Zoro because right here, Zoro and
What?
Frankie show up.
No.
And
Zoro dies.
Zoro immediately is like, oh, I know who the fuck this guy is. You slayed a fucking dragon. I'm going to kill you. I like that sword. That's my fucking sword. And it's going to be his sword, and it's going to be great.
That is what happens next. We cut over to Luffy, who explains his detailed ass-kicking plan to Coco Maria. I had to remember his God-given name.
Of course.
They just kind of have a conversation about it, and Coco's just like, Coco, a.k.a. Gecko Moria.
Moira, whatever the fuck his name is. Big dingus.
I like how casually Luffy's like, I'm going to kick your ass. And he's like, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, Then we immediately go over to actually during this, for some reason the room, like, everything starts to shake. And Mori's like, "Oh, that's whatever. It'll figure itself out."
He didn't care at all.
Yeah. We cut over to Absalom trying to kiss Nami, but he keeps missing because everything is shaking.
Can I tell you what I initially thought this was Sanji. I thought Sanji was so mad he was causing the entire ship to like shake.
Oh, really?
And I was so like, I wanted that to be what it was, but it made more sense when we realized what it is. But I was like, if this is Sanji, that's fucking hilarious. Where he's just like running around being like, "Where is he?"
Yeah. No, it's just that the ship is caught in a weird current because Oars is just fucking around with the rudder. He's just pulling it as fast as he can. So Absalom sends all the zombie generals to go stop him, and they get gum but not really gum Gatlings. Not really gum Gatlings.
I wrote Oars used shave because he just like ching, disappeared.
He jumps up really fast, yeah.
And then he gum Gatlings, but really just like fucking lands on everybody.
They show up and they're like, we're gonna stop you, and then he's just like like one frame there, next frame gone.
Yep. Meanwhile, Absalom's freaking out because he still can't kiss Nami, the pervert. Yep. And then Sanji arrives.
The literal sex offender, Absalom.
Yeah.
I got a question for you about what you thought the relationship was going to be between him and Sanji.
I mean, I thought Sanji was going to beat him the fuck up, but then they started like having weird. I don't know. It was weird.
They started vibing a little
Started
bit.
relating to each other.
I did not like that. That made me uncomfortable. I did not like it.
So yeah, Sanji arrives to save Nami.
Then we cut.
Absalom hears about Oars taking out the zombie generals.
We cut over. And we get to Zoro.
What happens?
My first note when we cut back over to Zoro and them, and I wrote, "Zoro's the best. Shut up, Mike," is what I wrote. How do you feel about that, Mike?
It's fine. He's fine.
What?
He's fine. I don't dislike Zoro.
Anyway.
He's my least favorite Straw Hat, but that's not saying he's like a bad character.
Sure.
I do get genuinely upset when he yells at Chopper.
That's fine.
Because the context for that was he was drinking heavily and yelled at a literal child.
It's fine. It's fair. I understand.
I think somebody should really assess that one.
I do. He does yell at Brooke, and then Brooke just like, "Oh my god, he's so cool."
Yeah. Well, he yells at Brooke so hard that Brooke passes out.
Yeah, it's so good. He's just like, "Oh."
My note says yells at Brooke. What the fuck?
Yeah. He tells Brooke to shut up, and then Brooke just passes out from like.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right, now tell us all about the sword.
Oh god, I can't. I'm trying to decipher my fucking notes. It's one of the 21 highest level blades in the world. Mm-hmm. And I wrote, it's like clear autumn wind jusui. Jusuis. I don't know what it means.
I was putting orange peel in my mouth.
Shusui, that's what it is. Yes, clear autumn wind. Shusui. Anyway, he's talking about it, and Brooke's like, "You're so cool," after he's like, "I'm going to take that sword." And then that's the end of the episode. And I don't know why I like Sword Boys so much. I don't know why it gets my juices flowing. But
what's your favorite kind of sword?
What's my favorite kind of sword?
Yeah. Like, do you get excited more when you see a man with a katana? Or a broadsword, or do you like? I like a sword boy if it's like a guts. Like I like somebody who just has a slab of metal.
Yeah,
like a big old hunk of metal.
I'm looking at the swords on.
What's your favorite flavor of sword?
I think a katana is probably pretty cool. I don't know if it goes back to like. I don't know what it goes back to. I just think it's pretty cool when someone's got a katana. It's a good time. I don't know what it is.
Do you? Who are some of your other favorite sword boys outside of One Piece?
Fucking. I like Rengoku.
Isn't there the
I like
deep?
Rengoku.
Yeah,
and
I was
fucking Demon Slayer.
I'd say the Demon Slayer guy. Do you like Trunks?
Oh yeah, Trunks is a fucking man. I love Trunks.
Trunks is really cool. I'm with you there. Trunks is like top 5
In
Dragon Ball
in a
characters.
world where people make energy blasts out of nothing and just their willpower, this is a boy who uses a sword.
And he makes a spirit sword that one
yeah,
time.
it's
It's fucking cool.
It's cool as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Trunks is cool.
I'm trying to think what else I like about. I'm trying to think of like other movies with swords.
Do you like Cloud from Final Fantasy?
I never. So I've played a few Final Fantasy games.
He's a very forgettable man.
Yeah, I've never been like a big Final Fantasy VII person.
Okay.
I don't know. I
How do
don't
you
know if it like
feel-
just I don't know if it just dates back to like me as like a kid watching Power Rangers and like Power Rangers with swords.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I remember like one of like my. I watch I mean, I still kind of watch Power Rangers once in a while. Not the most recent stuff, but like I'll go back and watch old Power Rangers. But like there's like the first like power. So they fucking this is
Like the Red Ranger had a sword, right?
yeah. But basically there were like the Power Ranger series is up into this is a One Piece podcast.
This is a One Piece
There were
podcast. It's fine. We got to dissect
Sebastian knows about Power Rangers.
Do what?
No, I don't think you do. Anyway, Power Rangers, they have like multiple series that were basically like canonically in like they were canon and in order. So like there's the first series. Mike's just zoning out. There's like
I was looking to see if I had any swords around.
there's like Power Rangers, and then there's fucking Power Rangers Zeo, and then there's Turbo, and there's fucking fucking in space, and then there was Lost Galaxy, which was like the first one that wasn't like directly one right after the
Is that
other.
a sequel to Lost?
What?
Is that a sequel to Lost?
No. It wasn't. I wish. It came out way before Lost. Oh, it's fucking Trunks. Let's go.
Oh, I do have a little sword boy. I got a little
Anyway,
Trunks.
like the fucking like morphers for the Lost Galaxy Power Rangers were literally like Excalibur. They pulled the swords from a stone on this like distant planet they had transported to. So that was probably kind of like being like, oh yeah, fucking swords. I'm trying to like trace the excitement about swords. I was like pirates. Pirates
Yeah.
are cool. Pirate swords.
Zelda. Zelda always
Zelda
has
got a sword.
It's got the Master Sword.
Yep, Zelda's cool.
Did you play Devil May Cry?
No.
There's some pretty cool swords in
Yeah.
there. Like skulls on them and stuff.
Sure.
And there's a katana guy, and they do lots of the like run past each other and like. I'll send you some Devil May Cry 3 videos later, and you'll probably get really turned on about it.
Surf Ninjas. They got swords in Surf Ninjas. I've talked about the movie Surf Ninjas before.
Now imagine if swords were monsters you could eat in a dungeon.
I fucking... I hate this because at the end of the most recent episode of Delicious in Dungeon, spoilers,
He gets a cool sword.
he gets a real cool sword, but then it has like squiggly eyeballs, and then they're like,
Yeah.
what is that? And then he's like, nothing. Spoilers if you haven't watched the first 3 episodes of Delicious in Dungeon, but it's like not much of a spoiler, I don't think.
I'm legitimately thinking of a Delicious and Fungin podcast.
Yeah.
Watch along and be relevant.
Side adjacent. Well, because you've read
Yeah.
it now.
And that could just be that could be a tight half hour.
You've read it now, and I just watch it.
It's so short. Yeah, it's so good.
Hey, everyone. Oh,
So
this is a
good.
One Piece podcast, but hey, everybody. This is something, Historian brought this up to me, and I didn't do it last week, but I'm saying it this week.
What?
If there are, like, anime series that you really like, and you think that Mike and I and Sebastian or Historian, or all 4 of us, might like it, fucking send us a transponder still, or let us know in the fucking Discord, and maybe we could talk about it. I don't know. Just let us know if what you're excited about, because I would like we're deep into One Piece right now. We're doing it, but like Delicious in Dungeon is coming out, and I'm having a great time. I was just finally going back and watching fucking Magic and Mashal or whatever the fuck it's called.
Don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
Magic and what?
Isn't it Magic and Mashal? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Sebastian,
no
aren't
idea.
you reading?
I-
Are you reading that,
I'm-
Sebastian?
I always pronounced it Mashley. I haven't started reading it. The historian recommended it.
Never
to me.
heard.
Mike,
this
you would
before.
love this.
I'm 2 episodes into
It's Mike.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal
Brotherhood.
Alchemist Brothers is great. This one's like shenanigans though, where it's this guy he's in a world of like people who all have. This is a One Piece podcast. He's in a world in society where everyone has magic powers, and if you don't have magic powers, they like fucking kill you.
Man, somebody's listening to this and they're like, I just need to know their opinions on episode 358.
And there's this guy, and he's so strong that he tricks everybody into thinking he has magic powers. So
Oh, who was telling me about
it was
this?
it was
Because
definitely
somebody
historian.
told me about this.
It was definitely historian.
It's definitely pronounced Mashal too.
Yeah,
Like in
Mashal,
muscle.
magic and muscles.
I think it was friend of the show Casey was telling me about this because I then told them and my roommate about how Sebastian once played D&D and played a barbarian who would just take a rock and throw it so hard at somebody and he would just yell magic missile.
Yeah,
That's true. That was my first D&D character.
yeah, hell yeah.
High concept. It was really
Anyway,
good.
I was just watching the most recent episode of that, and they were doing basically like a wizard Quidditch game, and he just jumped into the air with a broom, and it was just swishing his legs back and forth so fast he could levitate. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway,
That does
this
sound
is a
pretty
One
good.
Piece podcast. Zoro's the fucking
It's a
man.
One Piece
Moving on.
Episode 358. Wedding Crashers starring Owen Wilson as Sanji and Vince Vaughn as Zoro. MVP, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Who's Scooby-Doo?
Like the royal Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that does happen.
The concept
The
of
concept of
Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo is very prevalent in this. Yes, I do agree. Yes.
Yeah.
This makes sense. Fucking Coco Maria has to order the shadows back to what? What the fuck did I write? I said he has to order the shadows back to bodies, but Luffy gotta kick his ass.
Oh, so Gecko tells Luffy that even if he like defeated his zombie, he would have to have Gecko like order the shadow to return to Luffy, and he's like, I guess you could kick my ass hard enough that I would do it.
Yeah, right. Right.
But then he summons what I thought was his shadow, but I think it's like a weird doppelganger creature.
Yeah, it's
named Brickbat.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He has.
I'm not clear. This is one of those things which is like kind of great. I do love that. I have to watch this and piece together what the fuck is this thing, because nobody's saying, oh, this is Brickbat. This is a creature I summoned from the depths of hell by using this magic technique.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. It's good. I like that.
It's not talking down to you.
I love that everything around Luffy Luffy doesn't explain shit. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, they're not like talking down and explaining it to you. They're letting you like discover it yourself, which is fun.
Yeah. I think One Piece in general, even when it does do that, it's not aggravating in a way that I had to stop watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because half of an episode was that.
That's fair. Coco's basically got this shadow, so he can just like sit and do jack shit all while Luffy has to fight this big shadow boy.
That's like his whole philosophy now. He's like, if I just hire good people underneath me, I don't have to do anything. He's just like the worst manager.
I don't know what you're talking about. He is for himself. He is. This is bad. He's a much better manager than Crocodile was, because Crocodile hired hired incompetent people, so he had to do everything himself. Instead, Coco gets competent people to do the work, so he doesn't have to do fucking shit. So
I guess that is smart, but it's not going to work out for him.
I mean, I guess they're both. One is doing better for themselves specifically. One is doing better for their. I don't know. I guess they're not. He's not a good manager. You need a mix of both to have a good cohesive working environment.
Luffy's also a bad manager, but thankfully Nami is really good at it.
Yeah.
Nami's like the real captain, and then Luffy's like the mascot.
He's the punching bag.
He's like the figurehead. Yeah. literally the figurehead because he sits on the figurehead.
Sure. Anyway, zombies, fucking. We learned that.
Yeah, we cut back to Usopp.
Well,
and Perona.
we learned something important here, though. We learned something
before?
that when shadows are put into the bodies by Kogo Maria, that the shadows don't immediately obey him. There needs to be a little bit of like cooking time for the shadow to be in the monster body before like the like personality goes away, and then they become subservient to Kogo Maria, which
they lose like qualities.
which
of the original
we can
person.
bring this up right now if we want. If we think that Shinjiri is the first one, she must be her like personality must have been fucking strong as fuck because she's still not obeying Kogo Maria, which is kind of exciting.
I just want to clarify something.
Yeah.
So the shadow is called Doppelman. Brickbat is like when Luffy does like Gum Gum Gatling. Brickbat is a move.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, okay, because he only says brickbat here, I think.
Yeah, he just showed because
Unless you
he's doing the move, which is apparently a strange translation. In the original Japanese, it's supposed to mean fragment bat.
Interesting.
Oh.
I think it's a bad move.
I don't know. It's working well for him.
So like it's when he breaks up into all the little pieces and blocks Luffy's punches individually.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's got a stand.
Whoa.
It is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Anyway, we're moving on. Perona and Kumasi and his
Whoa.
Kamusi are just standing by as Usopp gets chased around the room.
Yeah, he's running from the zombies.
Fucking,
But he outsmarts him,
he
Matt.
does.
'Cause he's the Batman of the Straw Hats. He uses his Pepper Star. And
then the Salt Star.
Then it makes everybody sneeze.
Yeah.
And then, well, he says it's his Salt Star. He's like, I'm going to shoot you with salt. And they're like, that's not going to work. We're going to cover our mouths. And then he shoots pepper at them. They sneeze. Then he shoots them with
Real
salt.
good.
Genius.
I love that.
Strongest
I love
pirate.
that. I love that the bug-eyed nose drip eye crying is like that is One Piece. Anytime anyone's like what, it's always like super bug-eyed nose drip, eyes crying, ugly face. I feel like that's like a really like One Piece.
There's a lot. Perona does it a lot. Perona has a lot of like grungly faces, and it's really good. And I also appreciate that she doesn't just have Nami's face.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the DBZ problem of like, oh, this is just a face with different hair.
Her eyes scare me though. Her eyes do scare me.
I mean, when I draw, I usually draw eyes like that. So.
What, with like her pupils, like the size of her entire fucking
I guess
eye?
not usually that big, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's very Tim Burton. I don't know, she's very like Tim Burton. I don't like her crown that much. I think that's a little. I think it's a little excessive.
I don't mind the crown. The eyes just freak me the fuck out. She is like a little scary, if anything. Anyway, Usopp Firebird stars the ceiling, and they're like, "Oh, you missed." And then he's like,
Man, it's kind of a shame for all the Hot Topic baddies out there that Perona wasn't a more prevalent character back in the day in America. Like, she would have popped the fuck off. Everyone would have been like, Jack and Sally, no.
Perona and
Kumasi.
Could still be a thing.
We can make it happen.
You want to be Perona and Kumasi for Halloween, Mike?
Yeah.
You can be Perona. I'll be Kumasi. Sebastian can hide inside my back.
Just like any other day.
Yep.
I got to work on my waistline.
No, you don't. It's perfect. Anyway, Firebird Star happens and it falls flaming from the ceiling, and Kumasi blocks Perona. She runs away.
He's getting pissed. He's getting so angry.
He's so mad. I wrote, Kumasi's agile as fuck.
Yeah, I love how angry he gets. Just so many fucking headbutts.
And
we have a whole lengthy Scooby-Doo chase between pillars. It's really good. It's just like the Monkeys Scooby-Doo like classic doorway hallway scene. They're like running alongside each other. They're running opposite ways. It's what a wacky time. I think, like one of the things that works for me about One Piece is that I feel like it's inspired by so much different animation and media in a really fun way that it doesn't feel like it's just kind of like cookie cutter with things. It's like excited to use the other language of different things, and I like that kind of like, I don't know.
Well,
it's a fun melting pot.
Well, I think Historian kind of brought it up. Or I don't know if she brought it up on the podcast, but it was just like Oda created this world, but also the world that he created lends itself to literally being anything it wants to be. So it's like, oh, you want an island that is just made of conveyor belts? Great. That exists. You want a Scooby-Doo island? Yep, that's there too. It's just like, I don't know if there's an island of conveyor belts, but I can imagine there being one.
Well, we still have to get to Dr. Pickle Shots or whatever.
Yeah, Dr. Pickle Shots.
The guy, whatever his name
Dr. Pickle
is.
Shots.
The guy who invented ships that go through things and knows what devil fruits
Dr. Pickle
are.
Shots. I know.
Dr. Applebottom?
I know the name that you're trying to say, and I could say it, but Dr. Pickle Shots is really funny.
How close was Dr. Pickle Shots? Or was it Apple something?
No, it's neither of those.
Dr. Applebottom
I think you're thinking of Dr. Vegapunk.
Oh, Dr. Vegapunk.
Okay. I was like, man, I can't even figure out what name he's trying to say.
The only reason why Vegapunk is on my mind is because I saw, like, I don't think it's a spoiler, but, like, the internet is so hard to not, but, like, there's something going on with the new arc that's coming out, and I thought I saw Vegapunk, but apparently it's not. I don't know. Anyway, that's not a spoiler because we've heard about Dr. Vegapunk.
Yeah, it's Foxy.
It's Foxy, Silver Fox Foxy.
He's the only one who understands. He's the only one who understands particles.
Vega is a type of fox, and Punk is also a lot. Oh, they wear a lot of silver.
Punks are sexy.
Silver,
and silver. They're silver. Yeah, it's. If you move the words of Vegapunk around, it spells
Silver Fox Foxy. That's exactly it. It's It's you move Dr. Vegapunk around and it spells out I am Silver Fox Foxy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Sanji's Oars is laying waste to the island. That's fine. Then Sanji he
goes to the beach.
We cut back. We see Sanji. Sanji's in the
he's going
skip. And then he screams, "Get your hands off of her!"
Kicks the zombie into the wall. Oars is at the beach. We cut back to him
stretching.
He goes, he's stretching. He's like, "Why am I so stiff? That's weird." And then he jumps in the water to go swimming, causing tidal waves. Can't swim, not good. Starts drowning, but he makes it to the shore. And Hilden's like, "You're a zombie. You need that. There's so much salt water. If you drank any of that, that would be bad."
Which is amazing he didn't when he went underwater for a while.
Yep. With his wide open mouth at all times.
But it's fine. We don't have to. We could just ignore that.
Listen, I think the first rule of how water works and affects things in One Piece is to not worry about it that much.
I'm trying so hard not to worry about it. I'm trying so hard.
I just I just can't be bothered. I don't think Oda's worrying about it. Why should I?
There are moments where literally that's happening, but then also when they're in Skypiea and they're like, "There's water in the clouds and it's affecting Luffy," and I was like, "But okay, whatever. I'm gonna stop thinking about it."
Is it any water? Is it just seawater? It's not.
I'm not gonna think about it. You know what I am gonna think about? I'm gonna think about how Sanji gets all befuddled because he gets to Nami. And he keeps being like, "Oh, it's Nami. Oh, it's a goddess. No, wait, never mind. It's Nami. Oh, it's a princess."
Yeah. He looks away and then forgets.
Yeah, it's
Absalom also does that. He walks up. He's like, "Oh, is that an angel?" And it's like, "Motherfucker, you have been looking at her.
You've been trying to
for an hour." And then they start vibing. Like Sanji's like, "I know, it's really distracting, right?"
"Hey, it's really distracting looking at this pretty lady."
"Hey, look at this broad. She's the prettiest dame I've ever seen in all the 7 seas. Oi, I'm walking here.
Anyway,
Pizza pie. Deep
give me
dish.
the thin crust. I like it with the charred bits on the bottom.
My favorite style of pizza is, well, I'd have to say Brooklyn.
Let me use my fire feet to warm up a slice.
It's better if I take my shoes off, get the toes in there. It helps lubricate the pepperoni.
Lubricate the pepperoni.
What's that, Zorro? Yous wanna hold my tooties in your mouth?
I'll only.
Well, you got a pretty strong jaw there, buddy. No, Zorro, please, I couldn't.
Please.
This has been my Brooklyn Sanji mute Zorro fanfic.
Yeah, no notes.
No notes. Moving on, Absalom starts monologuing at Sanji.
Starts to talk shit.
Sanji kicks. I kept calling him Abs, so I'm gonna just keep.
That's what I write. That's what every time I write.
Sanji kicks Abs. He goes to.
He like leg tosses him or something, and one of the zombies is like, Master Absalom weighs 600 pounds. And I'm like, in what fucking world?
Yeah, fucking,
what?
I love these two little guys in the fucking church. Like, they were just commentating on everything that happened. They were just like, oh my God. Like, every time anything happened, these two guys would just like pop up and you're like, look at that. It was great.
Yeah, it's like, look at these two perverts. They're so nasty.
It's great. Absalom tries to shoot, like, do his like hand cannon thing, and then Sanji blocks both of his hands. And then he goes invisible. Sanji tries to throw like a salt ball at him. And then he ends up getting like revealing himself again, and Sanji starts yelling, being like, "The issue I have between you goes back a long way."
Oh yeah, you stole my dream,
which was interesting. And I was like, "What is that?"
Next episode started. The intro was playing, and I said, I hope that this man is Sanji's estranged dad, because that would be the funniest thing ever.
I was like, something's going on. Maybe he's because he's blonde. Maybe there's like something they're related or something.
I thought maybe like Absalom, because Absalom could have been an absent father who just left really early. It's hard to tell how old this guy is.
Wait, so it cuts away after you stole my dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The anime must be so frustrating to watch.
It was just, that happened, and then we immediately get into episode 3.
Episode 359. This one's good. Sanji dreams of the all boob.
Oh. Gross. I like it.
It's
it is
good, right?
More like the all lube. Am I right?
That's what Alvida's dreaming of.
Ooh.
MVP for this one is I missed the outros.
They're not coming back for like 800 episodes.
I know. I don't miss them that much, but I thought about it a lot for this sequence of episodes.
Seriously though, like they're not going to be back for like 700 episodes. That's wild.
They would have done like a cool Scooby-Doo one for these too.
Just like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. But it'd been like booby-boo. Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm looking for some boobs now. Booby-booby-boo.
Yeah, that's what they would say.
Where are you? Sanji needs some boobs from you now. You know, he's got some boobs he's looking for. He's looking for some boobs for a snack.
That's a fact.
Anyway, I'm done.
He wants to find all the boobs so he can't get a boobies.
Stack.
We're done.
Anyway, we did it. That's it. Someone make that song.
I don't want to do
that
this.
song.
Let's end this podcast. They don't need to know what happens the next.
Sanji's on fire. He's got Super Saiyan hair.
Super Saiyan, Super God, Super Saiyan Sanji.
Abs is fucking like up against the wall, bleeding. because Sanji kicked him, and then he's like, "You stole my dream." And then we learned that Abs actually had guns attached to his. He had little like hand cannon guns.
Yeah, bazookas is what they call them,
attached to his wrists, and he was making them invisible. So it looked like he was doing some six power shit, but really it was just guns.
It would have been so cool if he had like a shit ton of stuff on him, and that's why he was 600 pounds.
But like Sanji basically kicked the invisible powers off, and that's how hard he kicks. Then Sanji's like, I know everything about the clear fruit. He's like, I looked it up in the Devil Fruit Encyclopedia, and I scoured for it. And he was like, I knew everything about it, and I vowed that someday I would try to get it.
And he's doing like this whole like, he points out like, because you exist, that means that my dream has been taken from me. And he starts talking about how he's like, the people I could have saved with the nude girls, all the things I could have done for humanity and civil nude girls. I just wanted to nude girls.
He's not quietly saying it though. He's screaming.
No, he's
like
yelling.
The things I could have done. Nude girls. Everything I could have done. Nude girls. Like just screaming nude girls. He's like, I wanted to be the Invisible Man. Nude girls. And and then the two guys are like, these are just a couple of perverts.
Yeah, even Absalom was like, well, that's a pretty stupid reason to want this. And it's like, well, that's what you do.
Also, just important thing to note, Absalom, no nipples. No nipples on Absalom. The track record continues.
Does Oars have nipples?
Oars, no nipples.
Okay. Brooke, no nipples.
Brooke, no nipples.
Nami confirmed, no nipples.
Absalom has a lion's jaw, elephant skin, and bear and gorilla muscle. He's a big boy.
Yeah, and he points this out, and he's like, it doesn't make sense why you'd be able to kick me this hard and not break your legs. Yeah. Which I felt like, I wonder if we're going to... I feel like people have told me we don't, but I'm kind of curious if we get any backstory as to why Sanji can do this, or if it's... I just keep taking it as, like, he was trained by Zeph, and Zeph is, like, a legendary pirate.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure...
So, that's kind of, like, where...
I think it's worth noting that I was with you guys and some other people who are friends of the podcast and or friends of the show, whatever people say. And you were talking about which character you most related to. And from my point of view, I was like, but they don't even know anyone yet.
It's true. I feel like we're only 350 episodes into the podcast, Mike. We don't know anyone yet.
No, we know a shit ton of people. It's just that there is an obscene amount of characters.
But I feel like the Straw Hats we know. The Straw Hat. What Sebastian is saying is we don't know anything about the Straw Hats compared to because there is more than double the amount of character development, like more than 3 times the amount of character development of what we've had already for all of these characters. So we barely know them.
But we know everything about Robin. We know everything about Frankie.
No, we don't.
Everything
we
about
don't
Chopper.
Know everything about Frankie.
Usopp.
We don't know any. All we know is for his parents. We know his parents used to be pirates, but we don't know if we learn more about them.
I don't feel like anybody's parents fucking matter. I don't know. We know Nami's whole backstory. I feel like there's no mystery room for Nami. What?
Because she and Nojiko got like adopted by fucking Bellamere. But where were they?
She wasn't.
What happened before that?
That's just like whose like bitch she popped out of. That's not like who she is as a person.
But there could be like historical family tree context.
Who fucking cares?
I mean, in the
Dragon could not fucking matter less.
But like
to who Luffy is as a character.
But like
right?
if like those particular like we know that there's something going on with like the will of D, like the D initial and all these names. We don't know specifically what that means and what that means for the people. So like a D in your name could mean like you are goddamn descended from the fucking gods or some shit, so you have this power within you that you have to unlock. Like, we don't know any of these other characters don't have the ability to have something like that as well. We know that hockey exists, but we don't know why or how you get it, or like it's a family thing.
How does that impact how we relate to a character? That's what I don't get. Luffy seems like cards on the table who he is as a person. Just because somebody's dad was like Elton John or whatever, like, doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking like, I don't know why I picked Elton John, but like you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, like, again, Dragon could not give a shit. I hope Luffy meets Dragon and is like, I don't know who you are, and then walks away. Like, nothing about that interaction is like that exciting to me, because Dragon is like an absent shitty dad. But we don't
know anything about like Luffy's upbringing, where he's like being brothers with Ace, and like how they came to like grow up together and what their relationship is like. We don't know what, like, we know like a little bit about like Zoro fucking bounty hunting dudes with Johnny and Yasuko, but like we don't know anything more than that.
I think that stuff only. I think that's well, I guess, yeah, I see that we could like learn more about. I think I'm just taking it from the angle of like, I don't think that impacts how you relate to somebody unless we find out Sanji's like a serial killer and has been hiding that the whole time.
I'm thinking more like maybe we learn more about, like, we get more backstory about him growing up with Zeph, and we learned a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Or like, you know.
You could add context for like relatability, but I feel like a big part of One Piece with the Straw Hats in particular is like, you know, you aren't where you came from, like that impacted you and made you who you are today, but like you don't have to judge yourself by the, you know, the actions you did in the past. You get to forge a new future for yourself as the person you are now.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm just saying, if we learn more about a character and it helps develop like learning more about a character's backstory of where they come from helps me grow more in relation. We're talking like them more as a fully rounded character. So when Sebastian says, I don't know them, I'm like, yeah, I don't know them because there's all this other part of their lives that we haven't explored yet.
I think we know them in the exact right amount because this is how Luffy knows them. We know more about Nami than Luffy does.
I guess.
I think we know more about everything than Luffy does.
I'm curious. Well, who wouldn't have any mystery? Like,
I think
Chopper, we kind of know the whole.
We kind of know the whole thing about Chopper, but also, like, I don't know, we could get like a flashback of him dealing with shit with like his fucking shitty reindeer family.
We got the reveal.
But
we got the reveal.
You guys are also.
I think we already met his dad, or something.
Yeah, I mean, you also are only looking backwards. I mean, there's also going to be opportunities for characters to make choices that then.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's also like a whole fucking everyone keeps talking about the time skip, so I'm sure then we'll have like opportunity to be like, what the fuck happened during this fucking time skip bullshit? I'm not looking forward to the time skip at all. I'm very upset that it exists, and I'm not looking forward to it at all.
I just know that everybody gets white.
I mean, there's that for sure, but like in like the character design as a whole, I am not looking forward to the character design changes in the time skip at all. And I know like
it starts to look different. Yeah,
Historian keeps being like, "You're gonna be fine with it," and I'm like, "No, I fucking am not."
We will, because we're gonna get eased into it. It's already looks so different from when it started. Like wildly different.
I just don't like that they like what the fuck they did to Frankie, or like.
He's fine. I feel like Frankie will still be fun.
I know the core of the character's still there, but
Zoro,
just like fucking.
Yeah. Zoro still looks cool.
I don't know. He's like juiced.
He tried to fight the stairs. He tried to fight the stairs and lost his eye.
I don't like that.
Sanji looks the same, I think.
No, didn't his swirl move to the other eye?
Oh, maybe.
And he has that stupid goatee thing, or like the little like fucking Billy Goat Gruff.
Oh yeah, you're not on the train. I think Usopp looks cool.
I hate Buff Usopp. I think he looks stupid. Anyway,
I think Robin looks
spoiled.
Worse.
Yeah, I think Robin. I know there's like the weird like internet obsession of like women having to have enormous like breasts and asses that are bigger than their entire bodies, and I think it looks terrible proportion wise. It doesn't look. They don't look like like the designs that I have seen for like spoiler images.
They're already
rough. But like Nami and Robin, like the time skip designs that I've seen, I think they look terrible. And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being the fucking like. For people who listen, I just think it looks terrible.
I have seen I've seen a wide chopper, and I'm really excited about that. There's like a wide chopper, and I don't know what that means. It's like not one of the forms he has right now, but maybe it's like a different form. Yeah. I don't know. I've got questions.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah, that is true. I was not thinking. I was not forward thinking about those moments.
Anyway, sorry, I'm talking shit about One Piece. I shouldn't.
But we can only base on what we know.
It's
so
true.
far.
We can. That is fair.
Yeah.
It just seems like some of the other characters, they didn't change the designs at all. Like Luffy looks relatively the same, except like his head, I feel like, is smaller.
Yeah, they didn't change Jimby either.
Brooke looks fine.
I have no idea what
Brooke looks the same. Like. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Moving on. Fucking Sanji picks up Nami to protect her so that Absalom doesn't like take her and turn invisible again. Sanji ends up getting stabbed in the fucking back with a fucking knife. And then he tosses Nami, not because he dropped her, but because he didn't want to get his blood on her nice white dress. Anyway, then Absalom then steps in Sanji's blood and gets fucking snagged by Sanji. Sanji kicks him so hard that the knife comes out of his own body. And he says, I now pronounce you man and wall.
Pronounce you man and wall. Elsewhere, Luffy's fighting some bats. He's punching the bats that are the doppelganger guy, and then he's like, oh, wait a minute, and he jumps off the ledge over the railing where Moria is, and then he swings around and kicks so hard underneath that he goes through the ground and kicks Moria in the ass. And he's like, see? I kicked your ass. Great. And Moria is very upset about it. And I was like, man, I really like Luffy. I think I've said it before. The way you feel about somebody with a sword, when you have a main character who, like, no matter what's happening,
he's just silly about it.
Like, somebody's shooting at them, somebody's gonna like stab them. They're like, "That's great. I'm gonna punch you so hard." Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series is the coolest fucking dude ever. Matt, you would love him so fucking much. I watched you
doing a like insurance claim discussion.
No, that was Kasuga. Kasuga Ichiban.
Oh, sorry. So sorry, everyone. I apologize.
There was a chicken. There was a chicken.
There was a chicken who was named.
I think is the main character.
Omelette?
Yeah, there's a chicken named Omelette.
Yeah.
Omelette's doing well in Like a Dragon. Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. We got a new office space. The company's doing well, and now we're just a holdings company. It's a good
One Piece podcast.
Do you hold the chickens.
The chicken, I think, is a major stockholder.
Nice.
There's precedent because in the 80s, Kazuma Kiryu had a real estate company that he worked for, and one of the employees you could have was also a chicken.
Hell yeah.
There's precedent. You could also go bowling with that chicken, like, as friends.
Hell yeah. That sounds very fun.
It's a dream.
Go bowling with a chicken, baby. Does the chicken beat you in bowling?
Everybody's like, fucking Game Awards. Look at this fancy shit. Look at these. I don't know. Like, what was that? What video games do people like?
Baldur's Gate 3.
There's
Wake
Spider-Man.
2.
There's Baldur's Gate 3. Alan Wake 2.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Who fucking... You know what none of those games have? Two men on top of a fucking tower, and they tear their shirts off because they're so passionate about their ideals. And what do? They both do the thing where they slow-mo punch each other in the face, and then you see a health bar appear, and then they start fighting.
Mike, I don't know why you get so mad about Zorro all the time, because this is the same thing, but just with swords. It's the same thing, but with
Matt.
swords. It's the same thing.
No,
It's the same thing.
what upsets me is I see Zoro's potential. Kazuma Kiryu. No, that's not true. He slapped his surrogate daughter that one time. He slapped her real good. It was rough. But he's a good dad. The entire beginning of Yakuza 3, it's like the first 10 hours of that game is you just running an orphanage, and you make curry, and you put on a wrestling match because one kid thinks he develops a heart condition and he can't wrestle ever again, so you put on a wrestling match for him, but he interrupts, and it turns out the doctor was wrong, and he's okay.
I just want to clarify.
Spoilers for Yakuza
I just want to
3.
clarify. I was laughing not at the child abuse, but I was laughing at Mike's realization.
He doesn't do anything bad after that.
People can change, Mike. People can change.
People can change.
And you know who changes?
Oh, I'm just saying, I'm going to be rip shit if Zoro yells at Chopper after the time skip.
I understand. Anyway, Perona, Usopp, and Kumasi are running. Usopp does a little flame ball, and then he makes a line of fire so that Kumasi can't cross it. And then Usopp runs into towards a window, and then we see Perona floating in the air outside the window. And that's the end of the episode.
To explain, my pandemic project was playing through every Yakuza game. That's why I'm just...
He's in
it's
it.
in there.
My pandemic project was fucking twice a week wrestling.
Fucking twice a week?
Yeah, twice a week. I know. Was a twice a week wrestling, sometimes 3 times a week wrestling stream on Twitch that morphed into a way of life for a number of people. It was.
Yeah, that's a... Listen, we're not going to tell you what it is. You have to find it. We probably mentioned it in a past episode, but you have to put that legwork in.
We made a full online internet wrestling federation.
You did that.
We were hosting 2 weekly streams that were basically produced television, and then once a month, like a 3-hour free preview. Boy, what a time that was!
We had a real corner hold on the Irish market.
We did. Episode 360.
Episode 360. Per Onda.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, MVP is Usopp's really large health pool, also Sniper King.
Hell yes. This was
Per Onda.
Kumasi. Luffy's fighting Coco, Maria still. It's literally the same thing again. He goes to punch.
It's just like we have to see that Luffy's still there.
He goes to punch. Shadow shows up. Bat ball or whatever the fuck it is. He does a gum Gatling. Repeat.
Bat ball. Floating Perona. We cut back to Perona and Usopp. She gives Usopp some advice. Just says, cheer up, life is good.
Cheer up, life is good. And he's just like, no. We learn a little bit about Usopp's Kabuto staff.
I think I got as excited about the Kabuto staff as you do about swords.
I mean, I was also excited about the Kabuto
I was like,
staff. It was great.
I fucking love I love a slingshot or a good boomerang in a video game.
Hell yeah. Basically, it's there's 5 different prongs on the Kabuto staff to help with accuracy, and then there's like specific different dials to help with different kinds of shots, which is very exciting. All of a sudden, Perona's fucking huge. Big Rona. And then she gets small and flies away.
Corona?
Yeah.
Coronavirus?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Oda predicted it.
Oda predicted it.
Whoa. Think about that, everyone.
You can continue. I don't think about that too hard.
Think about that.
Dude, there's so much COVID out there, though. Seriously, mask up.
Take that
Wash
one to
your
the
hands.
bank. Anyway, Perona gets small again. Usopp misses every shot, and then Perona pushes her hands into Usopp's chest, and she's like, "I'm gonna pop your heart." And he,
Yeah, she goes into detail about how she's gonna pop his heart, and he freaks out, and then she's like, "Nah,
she's like, I can't actually do that. You can just pass through things."
Yeah, it is, and it's wild that like Usopp's missing this much because he's genuinely a really good shot. We got the legendary Daddy the Father episode where he sniped the whale weather vane from like miles away. Things you miss if you only read the movie
After
adaptation.
he stole those goggles from the bounty hunter, Daddy the Father. What a horrible, horrible thief Usopp is.
He's a pirate. He's a pirate.
That man was just trying to provide for his small child daughter.
He's trying to bring his weird daughter to all their
Pageants.
weird events.
And then go and have a great
Pageants.
backyard barbecue with his good buddy, best buddy, uncle to his daughter. Tiberius
I bet you didn't think
Smoker.
they are friends. I bet you didn't think we'd be talking about Daddy the Father while discussing episode 360.
Everything is relevant always with One Piece. It's fine.
The things Matt and I stick onto are Daddy the Father.
Daddy the Father. Laboon.
Shit like that. Laboon. Laboon's important though.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure. Anyway, Perona starts making
important to
some
our
ghost
hearts.
bombs come out, which are basically like remote mines from 007 GoldenEye.
Yeah. Ghost Wrap. Ghost Wrap. Ghost Wrap.
She just
Ghost
makes
trap.
these little
Ghost
ghosts
trap.
that stick onto Usopp and then snaps her fingers and they explode.
Matt can't hear all those snaps, but I snapped a lot the
You
entire time
exploded
he was
for
talking.
every single one of the ghost wraps, the 9 of them that exploded on Usopp at the same time. Then, after the 9 ghost wraps explode on Usopp, Kumasi and his Kamusi show up, and he's real mad. And he just starts pounding Usopp into the ground, and Usopp's just like,
Yeah. Again, I cannot stress. As tough and strong as everybody else is, Usopp is fucking indestructible.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's been hit as hard as Usopp. Except, I guess Luffy's been impaled more than anybody else.
But if you,
But Usopp suffers so much blunt trauma.
and also like the ratio of like his power level to how much damage he can take
much
is
he
like
gets hit.
exponentially more than literally everyone. It's
yeah.
like
God, I recently saw the Miss Merry Christmas Usopp fight, and like he gets smashed the fuck up in that and blows up so much.
oh yeah,
Like his whole front skull just gets cracked in, and
and he's
just
fine.
fine.
He's gone.
It's like if you watch somebody play a video game on really high difficulty, they'll have to be like experts, because if they
Yeah.
get hit once, they'll die.
Yeah.
He's playing on the easiest difficulty where he just can get beat to shit and accomplish nothing for a really long time.
I mean, we've talked about this. He literally took fucking lightning blasts from Eneru and was fine.
I know. He also dodged those.
Anyway, Kumasi's beating the fuck up, and then he's basically super scared and trying to run away, and then he asks Sniper King what to do, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom,
Oh yeah, it's like it is like 30 seconds of Kumasi just pounding Usopp's face in.
Oh, the wind carries my
But yeah, and then
name. I'm Sniper
we get the Sniper King theme. And in an instant, in a snap instant, Sniper King has his entire arm down Kumasi's throat with salt. Rest in peace, Kumasi. You put your whole Kumasi into it, but nothing can stop.
Hey, that
Sniper
Kamusi's
King.
still there.
It's cold now, though. No.
I just don't
It's
know
not-
how Sniper King got there so quickly, and what happened to Usopp in these
It's
scenes.
true. He stole Usopp's.
It's not for
he
us to
stole
know.
Usopp's staff, and
His
his
clothes.
clothes and all of his salt.
No, if you look at the clothes, it's a different thread count.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paused. I
Got,
counted.
he's
It's
way
different.
more threads in those clothes. Just like that really like Egyptian
Yeah.
cotton he's got going on.
He's got that good shit. Silk.
Anyway, Sniper King is giving him Usopp advice wherever Usopp is hiding.
A bad pep talk.
Wherever Usopp is across the room hiding. And they figure out that Perona's in a hidden room inside the big chamber they're in. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, well, he pieces together where Perona is, but then he launches his Atlas Comet attack that forms into a beetle and explodes the room. And Perona's freaking out.
Perona's
and then
Wushi body is freaking out, but there's a body in the room that is Perona's actual physical body that is just sitting on a bed, not doing anything.
Yeah, limp.
Episode 361.
Bustin' makes Usopp feel good.
Bustin'.
Bustin'
makes me feel good. Perona's physical body's in the room that just got exploded open.
Perona's physical body is in the physical room that just got exploded
and we learned that the that the floating Perona is a ghost duplicate form that she can do, but then her physical body cannot do anything while she's floating around and making herself big and small and shit.
Mm-hmm. And then Usopp's like, I'm going to kill you.
He's like, what happens if you don't have a body that you can return to? And she freaks out.
Yeah. He fires a shot that misses. Yes. But Usopp doesn't miss.
He's a sniper.
Strange. And then, I was
going to say, well, hold on. Oh, no, this is Usopp. Sniper King is left.
Yeah, Sniper King left. He went home to Sniper Island to see his sniper wife.
Sniper King had to poop.
Did you guys see that American adaptation of the Sniper King arc? Starring Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, it's a lot darker.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what Sniper King was saying a lot. Do you remember that time Sniper King went to war and he was ignoring his responsibilities as a family man and instead just kept re-upping and going back to war and killing a bunch. One time he almost killed a kid. And every time he talked, he said, and they were like, Oscar winning.
Do you remember that time that Sniper King kept Colin Farrell trapped inside a phone booth? I don't know the plot to that movie.
I don't know the plot to American Sniper. I was just going along with it.
Yeah, neither do I. I can't believe I remember that Bradley Cooper was in that movie.
I'm pretty sure the plot to Phone Booth is that Colin Farrell farts in a phone booth and he's trying to get the most people to smell
more
it.
like Bradley Pooper, am I right?
Colin
Fartle, am I right?
That's where I was going with it. Thank you. I could not call him Carol.
This is why the people come here, for the top quality comedy content.
Oh my god. This is why the people come.
This is why the people come
here to this place.
Anyway,
I don't know what the fuck
Luffy's trying everything to get through Coco's shadow.
I'm gonna keep calling it Big Bat.
That's fine. Trying everything to get through Big Bat, and then
it's that good animation. We got that good that tender kind of squishy animation. It's really nice. He tries biting the bats, doesn't work. Hey everybody, pause the podcast, load up whatever you watch One Piece
superior
on
platform,
and go to on episode 361. Go to 8 minutes and 42 seconds into the episode and look at Luffy's face. It's really good. It's really good. Hey Matt, I've already admitted to you that I am transferring to Netflix. It's the final pilgrimage.
It is the superior platform.
Well, I've taste tested on pretty much everything One Piece is watchable on at this point, because I am disloyal. You can't trust me, and I'm a little bit of a vagrant. I'm a real.
He wants those streaming services to take part in the Mike hunt. They're trying to get his business.
Yeah. I want everybody in the.
We're gonna
Mike
live
hunt.
stream the Mike hunt on every streaming platform: Netflix, Hulu,
The more people we can fit
the
in Mike hunt, the
Dunkin'
better.
Donut streaming service.
The Dunkin' Donuts presents Mike Hunt 2024.
Oh, it's this year. Shit, we gotta start planning.
Yeah. Where is it? You have to find out. That's part of the game. I will be in the woods some random night. You find me.
The Mike hunt starts whenever someone starts hunting.
Exactly,
Mike.
which you already started laying traps, so I guess it's already happening.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're 23 days into the new year. You know what that means? Only 300,
I gotta pay my rent soon?
342 more days to hunt Mike.
Yeah, that's math. Oris is looking for his
He
rock hat.
is.
And then he finds it, and he says, I'm going to be
Just
king of the
walking
pirates.
by a bunch of ravaged bodies that he did.
Yeah. Coco Maria also mentioned that Oris is probably going to come back at some point once, like, he,
Yeah.
stops having all the
Yeah.
Luffy-ness in him.
Fucking finally, after all these episodes, we finally get a check-in with Robin and Chopper. It's been a very long time.
Yeah!
I kept being like, where the
Cut
fuck
over
are
to
they?
Robin. Yeah, Robin's hugging Jigaro real tight. But he's too strong. And he flexes out, and she flops over in a way that is ass up, tits out. Which is a thing that anime really likes to do. It's like, oh, let's have this woman break her spine so you can see everything. Just calling you out. Just calling you out. Thinking it needs to be recognized.
I think this is anime only. I don't know where we are.
Probably. I bet the anime is
Robin does an ocho fleur on Jigaro, but then he breaks free of all of her arms, and then she goes, "Oh!"
And Hogbat's, she's like, "Oh," and like faints. I don't know. It was weird. It just it stood out because it felt
Then
weird.
fucking Chop.
Hogback's talking
Hogback's
shit.
talking shit like an asshole, and then Chopper and
We get
Sanji Penguin are fighting.
we get a slow shot of Shindri like looking at things. Like it feels like there's something ruminating with Shindri. They're leaving like there's lingering shots on her.
I like I'm still thinking I'm going along with your idea that she's the first one that they like put the shadow into, but then I think like she either had like too strong a shadow or something, like something's going on where
I think she's gonna ultimately help the Straw Hats.
Maybe. I don't know if she's gonna help.
What do you think's gonna happen, Sebastian?
Sebastian knows. I don't know if she's gonna help the Straw Hats. I feel like she might do something that's like adjacent.
She's gonna kill Luffy.
I think she might do something that's like adjacent to that might benefit them, but I don't think she's gonna directly help them.
What if there's a really like half an episode of her while Hogback is trying to sleep and she takes a pillow and smothers
That'd be
him?
hilarious. I feel like something's going to come into play about like plates. Like maybe they have like more food for Oars, and then she gets really mad that he's eating off of a plate. So then she like shoves some salt food on him or something like that.
It's fucking One Piece. The plate thing is probably like the most depressing, tragic backstory ever.
Maybe like Hilden was her lover or something like that, and they used to make pottery plates together, like the movie Ghost. Like they would do like
it's like
they do like the clay forming on the pottery wheel together.
I was gonna go way more bleak. Like she had a lot of marital disputes. Disputes.
Disputes.
Disputes. with Hilden, her ex-husband, and he would throw plates at her. Yeah, I know. That's the kind of shit One Piece would pull.
Anyway, the fucking Sanji.
Maybe plates killed her dad. Maybe she wanted to be the best actress, and her childhood actor friend fell down a pile of plates and died.
Are you saying she got Kawina'd by a stack of plates?
I think a childhood friend did.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Booina.
was friends with Kawina, and Kawina slipped on a plate, which caused the Kawina-ing to happen, and then Shinjiri was at that like sword college that they were all at, and was like, "I'm never gonna touch a sword again. I'm gonna become an actress." My poor friend.
Yeah.
And I hate plates. That makes sense.
Oh God. Anyway, Dogwin roundhouse kicks Chopper, and what I think is like the best animation that One Piece has had. It's just a really like well animated, like lovingly animated dog.
Yep. Then Dogwin and Jigoro are fighting with each other like Sanji and Zoro, which is fun. And then fucking Dogwin kicks Robin.
Yeah, Chopper sees an opening, so he gets Jigoro into the ultimate technique, a full Nelson, and Robin's going very slowly, putting salt in his mouth, and then Dogwin gets ready to kick her, and Chopper's like, Sanji, you wouldn't hit a lady," and then he's like, "I don't care," and then he roundhouse kicks her in the spine.
Which now we know that he and Zoro Shadows now are no longer reflecting the personalities of their former bodies.
When this is happening, we cut over to Oars, who's looking for a cannon for some reason. And he starts to lose his Luffy-ness. He's like, "What am I doing? Why do I have a thing on my head?" And then he's like, "Oh, right, I have to go back to Dad. Daddy Maria. Ave Maria."
Fucking Perona's about to blow up Usopp with a big old ghost wrap. But then he ends up absorbing it inside of a dial, an impact dial.
Hell yeah. This is exciting. It's nice to see dials come back. We haven't seen them since the Luffy fight.
He's been keeping them in his bag. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
And then
the miss, when he missed the body before, we find out that was a sticky star. Because during the whole impact dial thing, Perona goes back into her body.
Yup. But she's stuck because she's
she realizes.
Stuck up in that bed there. She's stuck.
And who shows up,
big
Matt?
hippo gentleman.
Yeah. And what happens to him,
He was the same
Matt?
shape as Lola, which I thought was funny. I was like, why is Lola here? But it wasn't Lola.
Yeah.
Anyway, Usopp
Lola's
fucking
chill.
impact dials him, and he almost blows his own arm off.
Yep, again. She's like, "Oh, he must be so much stronger than he seemed," and he's just like, "I feel like my arm's
and then
gonna break."
he does like a big ball fucking shot with Kabuto over at Perona, which unleashes a bunch of roaches all over her, and she's freaking out. And then Usopp pulls out a giant hammer that says 10 tons on it, and Perona's like, "Oh my god, he's so strong! How is he so strong?" And he's like really playing up like this big hammer is actually 10 tons.
Yeah, he's like, they call me the strongest man from the East Blue or something like that. And yeah, he's like straining under the weight of this thing.
We know it's an inflatable hammer, and it's not actually. He picks.
Yeah, he goes in for the golden pound.
And then he throws he whacks the hammer down, and the hammer explodes on Perona's face, and she passes out from fear.
Shock. Yeah. But they were just toy cockroaches.
Meanwhile, Zoro and Ryuma...
Don't cut this. Don't cut this short. Don't cut this short. I'll let you... listen, I'm going to let you fucking savor and roll around like a pig in shit when Zoro gets his sword stuff, which I imagine is next episode.
But it's probably not going to be.
Usopp, probably not. It's probably going to be like
Chopper and
Luffy.
Robin.
Luffy goes to the circus. Yeah. Usopp points out, he's like, nobody can beat Usopp at negativity and lying. It's like he's unprecedented. Anyway, yeah. Back to
Anyway, Zoro and Ryuma are fighting, and Ryuma cut off like the roof of the castle, and he's like fucking flaming blue.
Yeah, it's like Zoro's like falling down as we cut back, right?
He's like
I can't believe they killed him off.
Edge of the top of the castle. He's like, yeah. Anyway, I just went. Rah! That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
I wrote.
Rah! Smashes down with his Kawina sword next to him. Rest in peace, Zoro.
He's
we
dead.
hardly
He's
knew
never
ye.
coming back. And
Can't believe they finally committed a murder in One Piece.
That's the end of our episodes. Next week we're going to be watching episodes 362 to 366 of the anime of One Piece.
The anime. The
Man,
animated
that's where the
feature.
episodes ends. Man, these chapters versus episodes were all over the place.
Crazy.
I had to go 4 chapters ahead to figure out what you guys were talking about in terms of the chopper stuff.
Interesting.
Huh.
Well, maybe when they translated it from anime to comic, that it was just like
They decided to
reorder it a little bit to make reading a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird. The anime definitely jumps back and forth between scenes, just in general, way more often.
A lot.
Hey, I've got a couple of things I want you to guess, Mike and Sebastian. Yeah.
Me? I've got a listener mail.
We didn't have one before.
I got snail mail. Yeah, 8 reviews after 67 episodes.
It's not real. Please stop. Please.
If we think about all the great podcasters in the world,
Please
they
stop
all have
reading
one thing in
spam.
common, and that is a stellar YouTube presence.
Yeah, we are on you.
With the amount of downloads and reviews you're
We
at
are
after
on
67.
YouTube.
What?
I've been trying to keep up with our episodes on YouTube, so if that's how you like to consume One Piece podcast content, go for it, everybody. Anyway, hey, Mike.
Should I click this
No,
button that says
don't
call
do
that
it.
goes to calendly.com/negative generation pros 30
That's
minutes?
definitely a virus. Please don't
virus.
do that. Hey, I got my fun. I got my fun game. Yeah, I'm
You got
gonna
a fun
try
game?
to.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a clue, and you have to guess it. And basically, the answer to the clue is it'll incorporate something to do with One Piece and something else.
Is this
Yeah.
that one we played before?
Are you ready? Are you?
Okay. Okay. All right. And I have to it's
Yeah,
like the pun name.
It's like a fun pun name that you have to guess. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
This is River, North Shore Municipality of Massachusetts, Jay-Z's number of problems. River, North Shore Municipality of Massachusetts, and Jay-Z's number of problems.
99. Is it a specific?
Sorry, I'll make a small
I feel like the number of problems has
small
to be
river, North Shore Municipality of Massachusetts. Jay-Z's number of problems.
Stream.
Think about One Piece. Think about One
What
Piece.
North Shore?
Small
Stream.
river, North Shore
Stream.
Municipality of Massachusetts. Jay-Z's number of problems.
Upstream.
Okay, I think I know. I know what small river.
Would you like to? Yeah, throw out what you think small river is.
Yeah. I need help.
Oh my God! Wait, why would you
say it?
Okay, so the small
Essex,
river
Essex
is Brook.
County?
The small river is Brook.
Brook Essex 99. What?
Oh, it's Lynn.
Brooklyn 99.
Oh my god.
Why is the answer
Lynn? You went with fucking Lynn. Jesus.
Why is the answer just a TV show about
It's
cops?
fun. Isn't it fun though? It's a fun game. It's fine. How's it? This is a different one. This isn't a pun, but it's fun. All right. Fly me to the moon guy between two mountains.
Fly me to the moon guy between the two mountains.
Yeah, that's
Frankie
great.
Valley?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
You did it.
I was going with Enru Valley, and I was like, I don't know what Enru Valley would be.
That's pretty good. I only did 2. That's all I
That's
got
it?
right now. Yeah. Sorry. Do you want me to go back and do some of the old ones for Sebastian?
No, it's fine. We don't want to do that to people. I'll get a game real quick.
I'll do more next
from
time
an
that are
episode.
better. Because these ones weren't super punny. The other ones was like, yeah.
Lynn was a real deep, not a deep coast. I just wouldn't have. Brooke. God, I was like thinking like upstream or whatever.
That's fair. Sebastian, in the past, I did one like, Good Morning Vietnamese.
Yeah. See, like when you integrate
I got Brooke, Lynn 99.
Yeah,
Brooke,
that's
Lynn.
Oh. Luffy, what? Do you know what episode this is from? I feel like you're not supposed to know what the episode this is from because this is from probably from an episode. This is
know what
probably
episode
this
this is
isn't
from.
one we've seen.
No. Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't. If you've seen an episode with this, then you're watching One Piece more than we're supposed to be watching One Piece, Michael.
No, this is before we started the podcast.
All right, this is from the show Monsters, episode 3.
No, you can get this. You could get this. What did I see before we even started this?
Oh, is this from Strong World?
It's from Big World.
One Piece Big
World. Ding ding ding
Is
ding
it
ding
called
ding.
Big
World.
I
Big
thought it was
Duck.
Strong World.
Matt,
I'm pretty
I
sure it's Strong
cannot.
World.
I legitimately, vividly remember Frankie making bug motorcycles. I don't remember this fucking duck at all. I don't remember this duck. I don't remember this moment. I barely remember Luffy in this thing. I think they
I hope
shoot
so.
somebody.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I can't wait to cover that so I can be like, oh, this all makes sense now. I don't even know if Brooke was in it.
Maybe. I don't know. I think after we finish Thriller Bark, though, we can watch a couple movies, which is exciting.
Yeah, I want to watch Big
All right,
World.
we're going to watch Big World, everyone. You heard it here first. Anyway, thanks, everybody, for listening to the Fun Piece podcast. We talked kind of about One Piece today. We also talked about a lot of other shit. Thank you for listening. Definitely follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I post there sometimes. Also, if you would rather listen to this on YouTube, our episodes are up there fairly updated. I think, I'm keeping on.
You little freaks.
Nasty,
nasty
YouTube, freaks, you
freaks.
listen up there. Also, you can follow or join our Discord. Link in the description. We're also on any of the podcast platforms. Please spread the word to your One Piece friends because we want more One Piece friends always because it's always exciting finding more One Piece friends in the wild. Also, separate from One Piece, I said it earlier in the episode, fucking if you are watching any anime that's not One Piece but like maybe One Piece adjacent or you just think we might like it because we like One Piece, fucking let us know.
Yeah, I think somebody requested that I stream myself watching Full Metal Alchemist. I've watched 2 episodes. I don't think I'll stream myself watch all of them, but I know there's like the dog one.
That's episode 4.
There's a dog
So
episode.
you're almost there.
episode 4. So I'll probably stream myself, watch that. I think that would be a fun thing. And if you join the Discord, I'll post events for when I plan to do that. I'm not planning to have a super consistent schedule with it, but I think it'll just be a fun community thing to do. And I'm curious about my Full Metal journey because so far it's fine.
Wow.
How long do you think before I get Full Metal pilled? I don't like how they turn into little guys so much
What do you
all
mean,
the
little
time.
guys?
Oh, I know what he means. Like when they
Eric?
react to something.
Yeah, he just turns into
Yeah,
a simplified little guy,
understand.
like wavy arms, and it's when the armor brother Eric, Elric,
Their last name is Elric. You're
Elric.
talking about Al.
Edward.
Al.
There's Edward.
Yeah.
Al.
Alphonse.
Alphonse. When he
Ernie?
does it, it's like kind of cute because
Yeah.
he's like a little kid armor. But when Edward does it, and apparently he's like 12, when he does it, it's just kind of like a little bit embarrassing.
It's fine. You'll be okay, Mike. Just keep watching.
I'm just saying, like I'm only 2 episodes in, so I'm sure I'll fall in love with it.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I did see his
I wanna.
like, come off.
Yeah.
And I already know my favorite character.
Is it? Did I show you? It's Armstrong. I showed you the big man. Yes, it's the big man Armstrong.
It's
yeah.
Armstrong. Yeah, it's Armstrong.
Because
it's the big man Armstrong. He's the best
You've seen
character
the
in that
thing
show.
where he and the other guy. I showed you the thing.
Does
Yeah,
respectable
muscles. Yeah,
yeah.
it's again I don't want to say Full Metal. I don't want to try to compare Full Metal and One Piece, but it does have a good balance of like there's really stupid moments like respectable muscles, but then also like the entire like fucking like climax of the show is so like I literally like crying my eyes out because I was like, oh fuck yeah! Like they did a really good job with it. And I was like exciting and good, and you get goosebumps and stuff. Anyway, whatever. I gotta shut up now.
I'm only 2 episodes in. We'll see.
Also-
We'll see.
Also, the
it
dog.
seems good.
The dog
Looks nice.
episode. Ugh.
The dog episode.
Here we are. Hey, Mike.
Here we are.
What the
What?
fuck is the One Piece?
It's when you love your child and your pet so much, you just want to compact them into one.
Nice.
I have seen that.
I'm
episode
gonna
before.
make.
That's the
I'm gonna
one you
make
showed
a
me.
human hybrid.
You guys were like, you should watch Full Metal Alchemist, and you just showed me that one.
They basically made Chopper. It's basically the human fruit. What do you think,
I'm done.
Sebastian?
I mean, I don't think it's.